Hey guys, CryptoDad here again. Thanks for joining me on the Sunday night live stream, live from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. We'll talk about Bitcoin, we'll talk about the news, we'll talk about altcoins. I'm going to move some crypto around for you guys and test out some new wallets and hopefully be able to deal with any of your questions and get your troubles fixed here online. So let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, so welcome everybody. I'm here with the rig and the new Bitcoin logo. Thanks for being here tonight. I'm kind of holding my breath. I watched my two failed streams last night and noticed that everything seemed normal when we first started around 6, and then I guess around 4 minutes into it, we had this OBS disconnect reconnect issue. So I started streaming about 15 minutes ago and have not seen any disconnect reconnects. But I'm also aware when I logged into my Xfinity assistant earlier today, they did note that they are having network issues and that they'll be doing some kind of maintenance tomorrow, which might disrupt my internet. So we'll see. Let's hold our breath and hopefully we won't have this issue. It appears to be a data upload issue, which is what I'm doing now. I'm uploading video data live. My wife was using, what's that thing you use, honey? Canva? Yeah. Canva, which she's been using, and she was having issues with that as well. And that's kind of an upload where she's uploading stuff for print on demand, right? She's uploading designs and things like that. So it appears to be kind of a network issue here at our house. So hopefully that won't happen tonight. We'll keep our fingers crossed. I probably don't want to jinx it. But so far, so good. So there's a couple of things that I talked about last night that didn't come through. Like I said, there was this big lag where I had rebooted OBS Studio and forgot to click the start streaming button, and I went through the news and I did some troubleshooting. So I'll kind of go over some of the things that I did last night related to my Ledger Nano X post firmware update. Someone mentioned that they were having some issues pairing their device to their phone after the firmware update. So we'll talk about that. But first of all, I would like to go over to the main screen and thank everybody for being here tonight. Cynthia was here early and asked a few questions. I'll try to get to your uphold issue, but basically, if the coin is an ERC20 token and you're withdrawing it to your Ledger Ethereum wallet, you may or may not see that particular coin in Ledger Live. Ledger Live does not support every single ERC20 token out there, and the newer the token, the more chance there is that it may not show up in your list of tokens when you transfer it into your Ethereum wallet and you look at it in Ledger Live. But you can also connect your Ledger device to MetaMask. And in MetaMask, if you don't see it, you can manually add it, which I wish they would add that feature to Ledger Live, at least for the Ethereum wallet. It would be so nice if you could manually import new ERC20 tokens so that you could see them, because it's a common issue. And Ledger Live is open source. It seems like somebody could slap that functionality in there, but it's not in there. So you just kind of have to, as an end user, you have to wait for Ledger Live to add support for various ERC20 tokens, as well as other tokens that require third-party wallets at this point. Anyway, but just because you can't see it in Ledger Live does not mean it's not in there. Don't be so I know, I get it. You want to do everything in Ledger Live because that keeps your life simple, and that's the app that the software that comes with your device. I totally get how you would like to just have everything work in Ledger Live, but we live in the real world. Ledger Live does not support every crypto out there, but there are plenty of third-party wallets that support tokens that are not supported in Ledger Live on your device. So if you have a token, you want it, you want to store it, and you want to use the security of your Ledger device, and it's not supported in Ledger Live, by all means, like, that would be my next thing. Well, is there a third-party wallet? And so there are a lot of tokens that that are supported on the device that are not supported in Ledger Live. And if it's in your interest, if you want the token, then it's in your best interest to use that third-party wallet in conjunction with your device in order to store it safely and securely. What's your alternative? Well, I want this token, so I'm going to buy it, but I can't put it on my Ledger because Ledger Live doesn't support it, so I'm just going to leave it on the exchange. Bad idea, right? Or it's, try to put it in some sort of phone-based wallet or some hot wallet or desktop wallet without Ledger support. Okay, maybe a little better than leaving it on the exchange, but you're still missing out on the safety and security of your hardware device when you could be using a third-party wallet that supports your device and you can store your, I don't know, I'm off on a rant, aren't I? Anyway, thanks for everyone. Shahid, Kenneth, Cynthia is here, M. Koot. I'm not going to stick any commercials in, at least not manually. Thanks again. Thanks for being here tonight. Dan, we're going to talk about that Fetch wallet you were asking me about. Okay, so the questions are flying fast and furious. Let's go ahead and jump into the news so we can get through that. I have all the same news stories that I was going to talk about last night that didn't get through. So this is our market report. Bitcoin soars, then retreats. What's behind this week's roller coaster? We had some FUD a couple of weeks ago by the Kraken Settlement, which we'll talk about tonight, which brought the market down from 23,500. I'm talking about just Bitcoin down to around 21.5. So a drop of about $2,000, around 6 or 7%. But we've since come back up. We blasted through 23.5 and hit 25,000 earlier in the week, and then we pulled back a little bit from that, and we're now pretty stable over the last 24 hours at about 24,500. Let's see. I don't know if I haven't connected this thing yet. So, whoops. Always happens, doesn't it? Always technical issues when you're on a roll, right? I'm going to disconnect from my Wi-Fi on my phone. When I disconnect and reconnect my Wi-Fi on my phone, somehow, miraculously, my phone sharing software kicks back in, but it didn't this time. Oh boy. All right. Is it running? Maybe it's not even running. Let's see. Is it running? Oh, okay. I thought it was running. I guess it wasn't. All right. All right. My bad. Thought it was running. That's a beautiful shot of, I believe that's Mount Fuji. All right. So anyway, let's look at crypto.com, see where we stand at the moment. Let's see, 24,478. Not bad. Ethereum is back under 17. It was up and down, as you can see. I think earlier today it was over 17. Late last night it was over 17. XRP down to 38. I don't know what's going on with XRP. Cardano holding around 40 cents. Polygon 149, looking pretty good. Avalanche is just under 20. Was over 20 earlier today. Cosmos at 14. I think it was a bit higher earlier today. But overall, the market's looking pretty good. Has flown in, what's the word I'm looking for? Flown in the face of all of the FUD that's been thrown at it over the last couple of weeks, right? We had the Kraken settlement Then we had the Binance US dollar thing. And then I believe there was some other FUD that came out, regulatory kind of stuff. Bitcoin and the crypto market seems to be largely shrugging off a lot of this, which is, to me, is a pretty good sign, right? So let's see where we got here. Bitcoin was recently trading 24,557. Thursday's drop notwithstanding, Bitcoin was still changing hands 13% higher than it was 7 days ago. The reason for this rebound rebound and decline have been varied. Macroeconomic conditions, industry-specific events, even if Bitcoin sometimes behaved counterintuitively. Stablecoin crackdown. I think I've kind of went over a lot of this. Let's just kind of the Fed made some remarks. There's an article that I'm going to share with you. I don't know if Kenneth, if it came through. I've just been kind of verklempt over the since last night, but I'll go over it again. Let's just go over to this article. The SEC shook down Kraken for $30 million, but it doesn't mean they had a case. I think I mentioned that last week myself. Just because Kraken settled does not mean that the SEC would have won their case, right? SEC is claiming that staked crypto is a security, which is it's hard for me to get it out of my mouth. It doesn't make sense. If either crypto is a security or it's not a security, why does staking it make it a security? I think because it's sort of akin to getting dividends, stock dividends. So I guess that's why. But there's a lot of things out there that bonds, you get a guaranteed return when you buy a bond, and that's not a security. I don't know what anyway. So, but the point is that Kraken simply, and I don't know why they have a picture of Davy Jones from Pirates of the Caribbean here. I don't know what that has to do with the SEC dealing with Kraken, unless they think he's a Kraken. He sort of looks like a Kraken, I guess. He's modeled after a deep sea monster. Maybe that's what it is. Okay. But in this case, Kraken are the good guys, and this guy was a bad guy, apparently. I don't know. So it remains to be seen, right? So when this thing hit, right, it was FUD for the market, the crypto market. It was bad. Oh no, SEC just went after Kraken. Kraken settled. Oh, who's next, right? But like Kraken decided to settle. It was good business sense. Just settle. And, avoid a lengthy, drawn-out court case and carry on as usual. But they also said in this settlement that they did not admit to any wrongdoing, and they disagreed that staking crypto was a security, and they're continuing to offer their staking services to all their other customers except people in the U.S., right? So they're business as usual. Right, so sort of a pushback on this whole, the SEC's going after Kraken, right? Kraken's like, hey, wait, we didn't do anything wrong, and we just settled, and you're wrong. We're saying out loud, you're wrong. And then someone else is claiming that the SEC is also wrong. Custodia Bank CEO slams Washington's misguided crackdown on crypto. Let's see. I'm going to pop this out over to the other side so I can see if anything is going crazy. At the point is apparently everybody's okay for the moment. So Caitlin Long, the CEO of Custodia Bank, warned government agencies of major fraud in the crypto space months before several firms went bankrupt. And instead of these misguided crackdowns on after the fact, right, they could have done something before the fact, which was pass meaningful, reasonable legislation or, regulations in the crypto industry. But instead, they're just doing this regulation by, I forget what they call it, regulation by prosecution, right? It's not a good way to regulate the industry by simply suing people or threatening to sue people. Regulatory crackdown on unclear regulations, right? What they should be doing is passing good, reasonable regulations and not just going after people on unclear, points. Okay. And also she was lumped in. Custodia was simultaneously, and this is her company, right? Custodia was simultaneously attacked by the White House, the Federal Reserve Board of Governors, the Kansas City Fed, and Senator Dick Durbin, who conflated our non-leveraged, 100% liquid and solvent bank with the FTX in a Senate floor speech. Custodia tried to become federally regulated, the very result bipartisan policymakers claim to want, yet Custodia has been denied and now disparaged for daring to come through the front door. So they're running a company, a crypto custody company, 100% liquid, right? They go straight into Congress. They say, hey, here we are, regulate us. And what do they get? Disparagement, right? So she's calling them out. It's like, hey, we were right there in front of you saying, here we are, ready to cooperate. Let's pass some reasonable regulations. And instead, you badmouthed us and lumped us in with FTX. Right? So we're getting a lot of pushback from the industry against these misguided regulatory crackdowns. So, and the market seems to be shrugging them off too. Good news. All right. I wanted to talk quickly about this little story about crypto investors under attack by new malware. There is a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and superstition on the part of crypto users about hacks and malware when it comes to their wallets getting hacked. I've said this many times, but the number one way that people lose their crypto is by revealing their backup phrases. Plain and simple. When you set up a device or a standalone wallet, you are given a backup phrase, 12 or 24 words. These words basically are a human readable representation of the private key of your wallet. You're supposed to write them down and store them in a safe place in case something happens to your device or your computer or your hard drive. You can recreate your wallet using that backup phrase. I know it's weird. It's all cryptography, right? It's all math, right? You can back up an empty wallet with those words, and then even after your wallet and I was like, why do I back up empty wallets? It doesn't make sense to me. But even after you've made deposits into the wallet and then lost the wallet for whatever reason, physical reason, like you lost your device or your computer crashed or whatever, if you have your backup phrase, all you got to do is reinstall the wallet and restore using the phrase, or buy another device and restore from backup. It's that simple. But what happens is people don't understand how important that phrase is, and then they get sucked into these scams where they reveal it to an attacker. And once an attacker has a hold of your backup phrase, boom, it's over. All they do is they can use that phrase to restore their own version of your wallet and transfer the crypto to their wallet, right? And people think, oh, my hardware device got hacked. Oh, hackers reached into my wallet and stole my crypto. No, they didn't. You gave them the key when you revealed your recovery phrase. And there's lots of ways this happens, right? People DM, they claim they're from tech support, and then they say, well, I can help you get your wallet restored. Give me your backup phrase. And then they're like, oh, okay, here it is. Or they download malware that looks like Ledger Live or some other kind of software, and then they type it in to their computer. And then it gets stolen that way because they think they're using Ledger Live, but it's malware. Ledger Live will never ask you to type in that word, those 24 words, on your computer from your keyboard. Never, ever, ever, ever. Right? If you are doing a restore on your device, then you enter it into the device, never on your computer. I know I'm getting on a rant, but I wanted to just bring this up because this article, there's some malware. And what this malware, there's two things this malware does. Well, actually, there's two different malwares. And this article here is kind of a, look out article. It's not very clear. It conflates the two. So it's kind of a confusing article, but it is kind of a, it's a mainstream crypto article about this malware pair. Apparently, it's the same entity that's doing it. So basically what happens is people are getting a phishing email that's crypto related, and it says something along the lines of, your transaction failed. Click here to fix that, or click here to make it go through or something that tricks people into thinking, which happens because people are very impatient. And so they might transfer crypto, and if it doesn't appear in their wallet within 5 minutes, they start to panic. And then, emails like this that say, your transaction timed out, click here to fix it, it's pretty intoxicating. People will do it. So one of the things they could download by clicking this link when the malware gets installed is this ransomware that encrypts your computer and demands ransom, probably in cryptocurrency. The other one is I'm looking for the name of it. It basically steals information out of your computer clipboard. Actually, let's go to this one. This is the main article that this article is based on, right? This is the Malwarebytes report of what's going on, and this is a much more clear-cut article that explains it in, very clearly in great detail. Lapis Clipper is a form of Trojan. Regular clipboard swiping malware waits for a user to copy a cryptocurrency address, which looks like a long password, and then switches it out for an address owned by the scammer. The end result is that the victim sends their payment to the attacker instead of the independent receipt. All right, Lapis switches out to wallet addresses which look similar to the correct intended destination. Rather than carrying a stack of addresses with it, it phones home, contacting its command center server via HTTP GET for a close match, right? So it's communicating with a server to get an address that looks very similar to your address. So if you already have the malware, and you can avoid its effects by double checking your addresses when you're cutting and pasting crypto addresses. And I do it because a crypto address is prone to typos, right? So it makes it's best practice to cut and paste crypto addresses because they're very long and complicated, and you could make a typo and end up, losing your crypto because of your own typo. So I always cut and paste, but just double check each time, and this thing will be powerless. If you notice that the addresses don't match, then hey, you won't send it. Another way to avoid this kind of stuff, always send small test transactions first, right? Can't stress that enough. If you're first time withdrawing crypto from an exchange to your wallet, always do a small test transaction to make sure it gets to the wallet before withdrawing your life savings. You never know, right? So double check your work by doing small test transactions, and double check the address when you eyeball it before you send crypto. Now, but you want to avoid this from the get-go, and Malwarebytes will detect this. Both of these, the Trojan and the ransomware. And don't click links in emails when people send you stuff. If you get an email from MetaMask telling you that your wallet will be disabled unless you click that link and log in and do something, the first little bell that should go off in your head is, how does MetaMask even know my email? I don't put in my email when I'm setting up my MetaMask wallet. So it doesn't even make sense for MetaMask to be sending me an email. Right? So MetaMask or any other crypto wallet is never going to send you an email out of the blue. They're not out there contacting. They got enough problems of their own with supporting their users and maintaining their business to be like randomly emailing people, oh, there's a problem with your account. I'm like, they'll wait for you to log in and say, oh, there's a problem with my account, and then deal with it through tech support. They're not proactively contacting people that have tech issues, right? So any email, any text, any DM on Facebook, anything, these companies are not going to be reaching out to you. And even if they do, double check it. Make sure that if it's an email from Coinbase, make sure it's something at Coinbase.com, not something.Coinbase support at like CZ or whatever, Czechoslovakia or RU look at the email address it's coming from. Anyway, so I put these down in the description below. You can check out these news stories. I got them linked down below. You can check them out. Oh, and Kenneth had sent me this Federal Reserve Bitcoin report. There's a YouTube video linked down here that you can check out where he discusses it. And then I've also included a link to the actual article. It's basically, it came out early February. The Federal Reserve Bank of New York did some kind of investigation trying to determine whether the price of Bitcoin was affected by macroeconomic fundamentals, and then concluded that it really wasn't, which sometimes it's not. Like lately, we've had this crypto mini bull market that we've had at the beginning of this year seems to shrug off a lot of bad crypto news, but as also bad general economic news. And, the people that are invested in Bitcoin are also watching the market for financial news. So bad economic news, bad inflation data, rate interest hikes, hawkish Fed, all of these things affect investors on the whole. And there are a lot of people invested in Bitcoin and crypto whose mindset will also be infected by these macroeconomic conditions. But the Federal Reserve has concluded that macroeconomic conditions don't really affect Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin. I don't know. I would say, which would point towards a decoupling, which is what we want. We want a decoupling of the crypto market from the broader markets. We don't want Bitcoin and the crypto market being dragged down by the stock market, right? We don't mind it when it pulls it up, when things are good and Bitcoin rides the wave higher. What we hate is when stocks crash and then it drags crypto down with it. We don't like that, do we? So hopefully that won't happen. Anyway, overcame bad software. Not really. I don't think it was OBS, although I was doing quite a bit of research last night about what was causing my disconnect issues, and I have periodically suffered from this problem over the last year or so. It was really weird that I was streaming beautifully for several years and then using OBS Studio, and then all of a sudden last year at some point I started having this issue, and it's always the same: disconnect, reconnect, disconnect, reconnect. Did a lot of research, have read a lot of Reddit posts and people, that suggest all of the normal troubleshooting, which all I've done, reinstall this, reboot that, reset your modem, reinstall OBS, all that. I've done all of that, right? Adjust your baud rate settings, done everything. But still, periodically it appears. So it appears to be an environmental issue, not directly related to OBS. But in some of the forums that I was on, they were claiming that, oh, we've got this other streaming software, and when I install that, it doesn't happen, right? So apparently, whatever this network issue that's going on with my internet only appears to be affected in OBS Studio, whereas there's some others that apparently are not affected by whatever that. Although that's kind of a bit of a stretch when you think about it. Pretty sure it's an upload issue. Okay, what's your question? Hey, I want to ask you about US Tether in Tron network. There are some issues all the time with transactions on Tron from my Nano X with my iPhone. In case I send money, should I make it only from PC? First of all, Tron is not doesn't work that well in Ledger Live. I'm going to put that out there. I had Tron. I bought Tron back in 2017. It's never worked very well with Ledger Live. For a really long time, Ledger Live did not support Tron at all, and then they did. So there is a Tron app, and then you can set up a Tron account in Ledger Live. But it doesn't work very well, right? Sometimes it works, sometimes it's broken. Part of this is the Tron developers, right? The people that develop Tron also developed the Tron app. And so when the Tron developers update their software and they haven't updated their app yet, then functionality breaks in Tron. Sometimes if it doesn't work in Ledger Live, you can use Tron third-party wallets. But even Tron third-party wallets aren't that great either. I just have to tell you, I don't mean to sound biased, but I'm not a huge fan of Tron. First of all, I thought it was going to make me rich, and it never did. That's number one. But having used Tron for many years, I'm just not a huge fan of how it works. It's not a very mainstream token. You can't buy it on Coinbase. I believe you can buy it on, maybe you can buy it on Coinbase. I don't know. I think you can buy it on BINANCE US, but I'm just not a huge fan of Tron. So, and Tron US Tether is the Tron pegged, or I guess you could call it Tron pegged stablecoin if you want to. And if you're having trouble with your phone, then by all means use the desktop. It should work better. But how to store my US Tether on Ledger then? What's the best option for stables? Maybe use Polygon stablecoins or Avalanche stablecoins if you're trying to save money. I'm not telling you not to use Tron. But I don't know what the best Tron third-party wallet is because I don't like Tron. I haven't really used it that often. So I'm not a huge fan of it. So I can't really give you I'm not going to give you that magic bullet answer you're looking for on Tron, right? Although I will point out that so far, for me, the best Tron wallet out there that I've encountered is Keplr. I've used it on my phone for quite a while. I believe, another update, right? They just can't sit still. This is what really bothers me about Tron and their Tron wallets, right? They're always updating. Okay, here we go. Okay. Now, hopefully this will work without me having to restore the wallet. Although it probably will make me restore the wallet. We'll see. Okay. Is it gonna use the wallet? Okay, here we go. Okay. Yeah, see, now I'm going to have to restore my old wallet. Yeah, see. Just another reason for me to hate Tron right there. Okay, I'm going to try to use the old one. Okay, so you can store Tron in Keplr Wallet. You can also swap in this wallet for the stablecoin if you want to do that as well. I find this wallet a little dense and not very intuitive, but it is a decent Tron wallet. This does not have ledger support. There is no ledger support in this wallet. It's a phone-based wallet, right? All of the third-party Tron wallets like TronScan that interface with Ledger are also kind of creepy and buggy. I'm just putting that out there. But I believe you can do Keplr in a web browser. Well, they have an exchange, and then they have a wallet that you can download and extensively. You might be able to connect your ledger to it. Possibly. No, doesn't look like it. Although sometimes I believe there was a Tron scan extension that I used to use that would support your ledger, but not on startup. So in other words, you had to create an empty wallet first, and then you could add a ledger-based wallet after that. So I'm not going to go through all of this. Okay, that's the import, right? I'm just going to... All right, come on, Rex. You can do this. Okay, let's do create. Okay. Okay, there's my phrase. I don't know if it's going to let me skip this. Let me see if I can do that. I'm obviously not going to use this wallet. I'm just trying to like see if I can get past the point where it's... Let me see. What? Okay, yeah. Okay. Let's see if it'll let me do this. Okay, word number 2 is height. Word number 7. Okay, word number 9. All right. Okay. Okay, now, is it going to let me add a... Let me see. No, I don't know if it's... I don't see it here. It has different chains. Connections, no. I don't see a way to connect my ledger device to this wallet. Like, in other words, there should be like another... Oh, okay. Yeah, sometimes you can create multiple accounts. I don't see that functionality here either. That's just renaming. Yeah, I don't see it. It looks like you can only create one account, which is weird. Yeah. So yeah, I don't have an answer for you as far as a ledger compatible third party wallet. There was Tron scan. Yeah. See, it's just gross. Yeah. I'm just not into it. Yeah, see, Tron scan will let you use your ledger, but I'm not a huge fan of Tron scan either. Anyway, can we stop talking about Tron now? Okay. What's wrong with Otis coin? Oh, I don't know. Have you asked it? I'm just going to get rid of this thing. Make it go away. Okay. Because I revealed the seed phrase to you guys, I would never use that wallet. Okay. Yes, Tron are very bad. I don't trust them. I should transfer my money in some other stable. I would try Polygon. Thank you. Yeah, you could, if you've got stablecoin on Tron, it's not that difficult. I believe you could deposit it in Binance US. So like if you wanted to deposit Tether, I believe they will let you, yeah, see, you could deposit your Tron TRC20 into Binance US, right? Use your Tron wallet, deposit your Tron Tether into Binance US, and then you can do whatever you want with it after that. Once you get it in to Binance US, you can withdraw it into like all kinds of different networks, right? Polygon, Solana, back to Tron if you want, Binance Smart Chain, AVAX. So that's a quick and dirty way to convert your stablecoin. Just deposit it onto Binance US and then withdraw it in a different format, right? Rather than going through some kind of decentralized bridge. Yeah, you're more anonymous when you do that, but it's not really. It's much easier to use a centralized exchange for that quick flip. I do it a lot. Yeah. XDC on Ledger? Don't toy with me, Dan. As far as XDC, I know a couple weeks back I was like really trying to get XDC because and that was I can't remember his name now. But we emailed back and forth, and he finally was able to recover his XDC. For those of you who may be wondering, I said, because he stored it in mycrypto.com on using his ledger, and when he logged back in, he said he couldn't see it anymore. And so I said, why don't you try logging into mycrypto.com using a different browser, and then connect your device, and boom, he found it. So that was cool. But the problem that I was having with mycrypto.com was the address format. And as it turns out, when you're withdrawing XDC, we kind of looked at it over here. I didn't know this about XDC, but apparently, see, they want an XDC address. Apparently, the XDC network allows you to take this XDC and replace it with a 0x. Isn't that weird? And apparently that works. And somehow it converts your XDC to a different address format, which is apparently how he got it into mycrypto.com. Because if you go to mycrypto.com, and you tell them, oh, okay, I want to deposit some XDC, and I want it to be, I don't know what I've done here. Oh, okay. It just kind of pulled it up. But if we were doing a brand new wallet based on a ledger, how do we get out of this? Okay, so I did one ledger account, but let me see if I can do another one. Okay, add a wallet. Okay, so if we add a wallet, right, say we just got on the site, right, and we say we want to use Ledger, you switch it over to XDC. That was what I was like I couldn't figure that out. So you switch it over to XDC, you click Next, and then you open the XDC app on your device. Let me go back here. All right, so you've downloaded and installed the XDC app on your device. Did I miss it? There it is. Okay. So you open it up, which is weird because normally you use the Ethereum app, but it says use the XDC app, connect to your ledger, and boom, it goes, oh, okay, well, you don't have any XDC here at all. Well, you can show empty addresses and then say, okay, I'm gonna create a new account, whatever. Let's call it, I don't know what I'm doing here. Let's just call it Ledger X. XDC. I guess we can make this happen. Okay. So we add it. Okay, so now we have access to it. But if we want to make a deposit, okay, why did it call it Ledger 2? Anyway, look at the address. It starts with 0x, which was like flabbergasting me. I'm like, why does every wallet out there for XDC use the 0x address format, and every crypto exchange want you to use the XDC at the beginning address format? Well, it turns out they're interchangeable, which is really weird. And then, so you could apparently, you could take, but see, if you try to do that, so let me see if I can make it happen here. All right, so let's go back here. Sorry. All right, so we grab this guy, right? That's the address. And then I go over here to KuCoin, and I want to say, I want to make a withdrawal of my XDC, if I had some in here. Right, and then I paste in, I have to use XDC. They only have one. I paste in that address, right? It's not going to let me do it, but I can do this. I can say, okay, and supposedly that'll work. So go figure. Just not happy with this. I would think that it would say, yeah, well, let's see what happens when we do this. Yeah, I don't think it's going to... Oh, okay. So even though it told me, apparently it will let me do this if I had some in there. Right? So I can use this address and it'll auto-convert it and you can drop it in my crypto. So I stand corrected. You can use a ledger device to manage XDC. Kitty's down there on my feet. And store it in my crypto. But when you want to make that deposit, you'll have to use, like, if you're trying to make a withdrawal from here, it probably won't let you use that XDC format. You'll probably have to swap from XDC, like here, like when you're trying to make a deposit. Right, onto KuCoin, right? They're just going to give you an XDC address. And if you go over to my crypto and you're trying to do the send, which I can't because I don't have anything in here. I don't know where it is. Oh, here. Right? Yeah. Okay, right? It's going to reject that, isn't it? Yeah. See, it's going to tell me it's invalid. But if I do this, supposedly that will work. And of course, you would always try a small amount first to see if that does in fact work. But apparently, that's how you manage XDC on a ledger. I finally answered that question after like a year and a half, 2 years. Okay. Sorry about all that, but yeah. I accidentally bought 0x, but really wanted Oxen, then found can't buy if from US on any exchanges. I stored 0x through Ledger under Ethereum. Yeah, I believe 0x is a ERC20. Oh, okay. Where is it? 0x. I kind of remember that, but now I don't see it on here. Oh, I think it was capital OX, right? Huh. What is this thing? Okay. Yeah, but what is the symbol for that? Why can't I find it here? Okay, I'm flabbergasted. It's 0x. Okay, there it is. ZRX. Okay, it's a 0, not an O. Bobbity boo. Is that I guess it's a ERC20 token that you can store in an Ethereum wallet. I would say transfer it back to the exchange, but you're telling me they won't let you buy Oxen, OXON, because you're in the US? That's kind of weird. It took a month to find a bank that allowed crypto purchase. My Chase Bank works great with Coinbase. It's when you're trying to connect your bank to these odd exchanges that are international, where you'll have bank issues. So generally, the way I work around that is you connect your bank to Coinbase. Coinbase will work with just about any U.S. bank, BINANCE US as well, and then you buy your crypto using your bank account on Coinbase. You could buy Tether if you want, or you could buy Bitcoin, and then you transfer the crypto from your Coinbase account to this rinky-dink foreign exchange like KuCoin, well, which is not rinky-dink, but I'm just being facetious, and use the crypto that you bought on Coinbase to fund your trades over here, rather than trying to connect your bank to these foreign exchanges that don't. It's not the exchange. The exchange is fine. It's your bank that's like, oh, I don't want to deal with them, right? So connect your bank to Coinbase, or US-based exchange, Coinbase, Kraken, Gemini, or whatever. Buy your crypto on these US-based exchanges, and then fund your trades by sending crypto to these other accounts. I think we've done this before, where I bought a little Bitcoin on Coinbase, and then I moved it over to, what do I got here? Oh, I got a little bit of, I think it's Solana. So, but unfortunately, I can't send it all because I'm still waiting for them to clear a $50 purchase that I made a few days ago, and I was kind of bummed. They used to let me buy and withdraw immediately, but now apparently they don't, right? So, like, if I go here, they're like, oh, yeah, we're still waiting for your $47 because we don't trust you or your bank. We have to wait like 5 business days for this money to clear before we let you withdraw your crypto. But anyway, so I could transfer some of the Sol, like $40 worth, over to KuCoin, right? So go over here and say, okay, some Solana, deposit. All right. All right. Copy that into my clipboard. Go over here, paste that in, and send that Sol over here. Well, deposit utilities. Okay. Looks good to me. It's only $40. I'm not worried. If I lose it, I lose it. Now, sometimes these exchange to exchange transfers take a while, but Sol is pretty good because it's so fast. All right, I usually will grab some Sol on Coinbase before and transfer that over to KuCoin. Come on, Rex, what are you doing here? Oh, I know what I did. I used the KuCoin code instead of the Coinbase code because I'm talking about KuCoin. So I just sent $40 worth of an asset that I bought on a US-based exchange with my bank account. And my bank likes Coinbase. My bank doesn't have any problem with me connecting to Coinbase. Coinbase charges too much fees. Well, you got to live in the real world, dude. What are you going to do if your bank won't even let you send money to rinky-dink exchange X in Singapore? What are you going to do? You're going to pay for the privilege, right? Yeah. I don't let fees stop me from doing what I'm trying to do. If I see a coin, I want the coin, and it's not available on Coinbase, but it's available on KuCoin, then you can bet that I'm going to buy I'll buy some assets on Coinbase using my bank, fees be damned, and then transfer the bulk of my assets over to KuCoin so that I can make the trade and get that coin I want. What's your alternative? Oh, I'm not going to buy the coin because I don't want to pay a $5 fee. Okay, fine. Don't buy the coin. And then 5 months later, couple months later, you look at you look on some site that says, oh, geez, that coin that I wanted to buy on KuCoin has just done a 10x. I could have been rich, but I was worried about a $5 fee. I'm sorry. No, I don't mean to be bagging on you at all, Nunya. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bag on you about it. But I hear that a lot. The fees are high. Yeah. So definitely try to, for your situation, find the lowest fees possible. Some exchanges have low trading fees and high withdrawal fees. Some exchanges have high trading fees, low withdrawal fees. I believe Coinbase does that like flat 1.1%, if I'm not mistaken, which I think seems low, but is relatively high compared to other exchanges, right? And, the cheapest way to trade, really, if, you're savvy, is on these alt chains. Like, don't trade on the Ethereum network if you can avoid it, right? But if there's a coin that you want that's like on the Polygon chain, don't buy it on Coinbase, right? Buy some US dollar on Coinbase. They will let you withdraw. Well, I think they'll still get you pretty good on trying to withdraw US dollar coin, if I'm not mistaken. I think they charge you a pretty steep fee. It's really easy to buy it on Coinbase. They don't charge you for buying it. Like with your US dollar, you can buy US dollar coin relatively with no fees, I think. But when you try to withdraw it, that's when you run into issues. But what I'm trying to say is you could buy on Coinbase like Polygon or Matic and then withdraw that to your MetaMask wallet and then go trade on QuickSwap for like really low fees. Don't make, try to get your trades off of Coinbase to save on those trading fees. So there are a lot of DeFi websites where you can trade crypto for really low fees if they're on Polygon. I'm in the wrong browser, pardon me. So like QuickSwap is a great, cheap way to do trades, right? Because Polygon fees are really low. You've got, what am I looking for? You've got Trader Joe for trading assets on Avalanche, which is also very cheap. You've got PancakeSwap for making trades on Binance Smart Chain, which is which keeps wanting to use my Binance wallet. Damn them. But if you're trying to save money on trades, then get savvy and use these alternate networks is the best way to avoid trading fees, right? Because even these DeFi sites have their own like fees that you can get hit with. But on these alt chains, slightly riskier because, you know, they could be hacked or rug pulled or whatever. But this is where you can really make sweet, cheap trading because you're on alt, you know, these side chains like Polygon have really low fees. Once you're there, right? If you're trying to convert from ERC20 Matic into like regular Polygon-based Matic, then you're going to pay Ethereum fees to do those conversions. So that's kind of a hassle. But Coinbase will allow you to withdraw Polygon or Matic on the Matic network, saving you a lot on withdrawal fees. Yeah. CryptoDad. Okay, Colson MSTV, thank you for those that kind tip. Should I get my BTC and SHIB off of Coinbase? The SEC Kraken drama is scaring me. It's not much, but still not trying to lose 20K. Pull it, especially when I'm playing the long game. Well, thanks for that question. Thanks for that tip. It's best practice not to store your tokens on an exchange. But if you're a beginner and you're worried and you don't have much experience with wallets, that could, you know, you could potentially screw something up if you're not very familiar with wallets. But if you're a very thoughtful person that's willing to learn and you go out and get yourself a decent hardware wallet that's safe and secure, then my suggestion is to put your crypto in that hardware wallet. But I should also point out that anyone that had their crypto on Kraken is fine. No one lost anything on Kraken. Even people that were staking on Kraken did not lose anything. Kraken just simply unstaked their assets. So there's really people, even if you're using Kraken, you had nothing to worry about. Nobody lost anything on Kraken. Kraken lost $30 million when they settled, but they probably considered that money well spent. But nobody that was storing their assets on Kraken lost anything. So Coinbase is not in danger. I guess your fear, Colton, is that they're going to shut down Coinbase and everyone that had any assets on crypto and on Coinbase will lose their assets. It's not going to happen. That's not how the SEC works, right? If they go after Coinbase, they're not going to intentionally shut down Coinbase and leave everybody hanging dry. There would be SEC regulators hanging from the lamppost, right? They're not going to do that, right? Coinbase is fighting the SEC. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I wouldn't worry too much about your assets on Coinbase, right? But best practice is to store your crypto in your own wallet. That's what I'm all about. So learn how to use wallets and store your crypto in your wallets. Practice transferring your crypto back and forth between your wallet and your exchange. Yeah, it'll cost you some money. It'll cost you some transfer fees. Nothing is free. But get adept at doing that. Better safe than sorry. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it is going to, transfer fees are going to, you know, they'll be like the mosquitoes, right? What is it they say? It's not the alligators that get you, it's the mosquitoes. Trading feature on Coinbase to reduce your fees. Yeah, so when you buy on Coinbase like this, the fees are pretty high, right? So like if you were going to just buy some Bitcoin, right, that they're going to charge you $2.99. But if you go over to the trading section, then the percentage is a lot less, right? So but first you have to deposit some US dollar in your account, right? You have to let it clear, all that stuff. And then when you've got money in your Coinbase account, you could go over and buy some Bitcoin using your US dollar in the trading interface It's cheaper, but a little more complicated. But I think Nunya was saying that trading on Coinbase is relatively speaking, is more expensive than other. You could find cheaper places to do your trades, right? But for a beginner like me, I'm not a big trading expert. I know crypto, and I see what I want and I go grab it. I damn the fees and damn the interface. I always do market. I don't do limit or stop or anything like that. And I never leverage. I wouldn't recommend that to anybody. I just do market orders just to get the coins I want. And then, because I figure what's $10 here, $10, $20 there, when, your coin might do a 10x down the road, might be in a couple months, it might be in a couple years, but that's my strategy, is get it, put it in a wallet, hold on for dear life. Haven't done any transfers yet. Let's go ahead and look at that wallet that Dan wanted to see again, because I can do a withdraw from crypto.com. Let's see how that's going to work. So basically, I did the fetch. Whoops. Wallet, which is yeah, so bobbity boo, they have a wallet here somewhere. Fetch AI use. Okay, here, wallet. This is what I found. So there's a fetch wallet extension that you can add to Brave or Chrome. And then you can connect your ledger. So if I've already got mine set up in Chrome, but let's look at it in Brave. So see, I can import my ledger from the get-go. I don't have to create a standalone account like I do in MetaMask, right? From the get-go, I can connect my ledger, and then I can use the fetch network, right? So if I want to withdraw, if I buy some FET on Binance US and I want to withdraw, notice they have the FET network, right? So if I use ERC20, they're going to charge me a lot to make a withdrawal because it's on the Ethereum network. They'll charge me a little bit less if I use the Binance Smart Chain, but I think the best way to do it would be directly on the Fetch AI network. So that's what I did, and then I downloaded that wallet, I put it in my browser, and now if we go over to my Chrome browser, you can see that I got the wallet all set up. Right, and I've got some Fetch AI tokens in there. What's cool about this wallet, it's based on Keplr. So it looks like Keplr. Like if you pull it down here, you can see I can switch to Cosmos. It sees my Cosmos balance, right? Because I'm connected it to my ledger. Oh, Colson. Oh, that was another tip. Thank you. That sounds like me, man. I'm newish, but just been buying for a while. Gonna look into cold storage. You're the man. I'll pay the trips. I'll pay the transfers. Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't worry about Coinbase too much, though. Yeah. I mean, and like I said, nobody that had tokens in Kraken lost anything. So I wouldn't worry so much about losing anything just because it's on Coinbase. But best practice, your own wallet. So we got this Cosmos hub here. And then I can also see, but I don't see secret on here, interestingly. So it's sort of like a port of the Cosmos, of the Keplr wallet, right? This is Keplr. Like if we look at the Keplr wallets, it looks exactly the same. Just different logos. All right, see how Keplr looks similar, but Keplr supports a lot more chains. This fetch thing is just kind of a port. But Keplr doesn't support fetch AI for some bizarre reason. Don't know why, right? There's no fetch on here that I saw the other day. No. Oh, look at that. Okay, yeah, they do. I can see it in Keplr now, but I don't see staking, interestingly. So they're starting to support it. But if we go to the fetch wallet, you'll see I've got the stake, which I don't see why they won't let me stake it at the moment. Oh, this is Atom. I'm sorry. If we go over here, you can see I've got fetch in here. I could stake it. I did stake some already. And interestingly, when you do it this way and you connect your wallet, the Fetch AI staking site connects to Keplr. I don't know. It's weird. But interesting, right? So let's put some of our... let's put that aside for the second. Let's go ahead and use... I just grabbed this address, right? This is my fetch address. There's no QR code. That would be nice, but doesn't look like they have that. Well, let me try this. Okay, there it is. Cool. All right. So, and it needs to be, needs to be fetch, right? So let's go over and see if that'll work with crypto.com. Because I got some fetch on here. We're down to 24.4. Nothing to worry about, right? So there's some fetch AI. I don't know how much they're going to charge me in fees. We'll see. We're going to do this transfer. We'll say we want to withdraw to an external wallet. And we would like to... they're only going to let me do it ERC20. Yeah, they don't have fetch network, right? The only way I can withdraw my fetch is to use ERC20, unfortunately. So I'm a little disappointed with crypto.com on that, right? But crypto.com is like that. They're usually pretty good about getting tokens before other exchanges get them. But like, for example, they'll get a new token that no one else seems to have, but they won't let you withdraw it, right? You can just trade it. So, but they're like, okay, you can buy this token. So at least you got something that tracks the value of whatever this token happens to be. And then over time, they'll eventually add support for, different withdrawal formats, right? Because if you try to withdraw Kronos to an external wallet, if I can get that. Notice they have several formats, right? Crypto.org, ERC20, which you wouldn't want to do, Kronos, which is the cheapest, most native method, right? So I'm assuming that at some point, Crypto.com will enhance their support of fetch so that I can use the fetch network, which would be much cheaper. Because if I withdraw this fetch using ERC20, it's going to cost me a nice chunk of change just to get it off. And it's not that much. Probably just better to just leave it on there for a while until it's only $50 worth. I mean, if it was a lot, maybe. Although it might even be a better idea to say, swap that fetch on crypto.com for something that I can withdraw cheaply and easily, like, say, Binance Coin. Swap the fetch for Binance Coin, let's do it. Why not? Let's see if that works. All right, so let's go over to here. Okay, so let's say That's really weird. I don't know if I can swap this for BNB. No, it doesn't look like it. Which kind of sucks. But anyway, well, let's do that. I'm just going to... What the hell? All right, so we swapped our fetch for Ethereum. Can we... Let's try... all right, BNB. The reason I'm using Binance Coin is because it's really cheap to withdraw. And it goes over to Binance really quick. All right, so I can use my Ethereum, but I don't have enough. They used to let you make really small trades, like $20 trades. They won't anymore. You got to have like $100 of a crypto to do. Oh, wait, let's see. Okay. Oh, it's going to let me do that. Okay. Is that right? Did this thing go through? That doesn't look right. 0003? Whoops. Sorry. I don't know. Ethereum is... Yeah, that's only $5 worth of Ethereum. That doesn't make sense. Do I have enough Ethereum? I've got $50 worth of Ethereum in here. Let's see if it'll let me do this. BNB. Okay, there. It's going to let me do that. Okay, so let me sell all my Ethereum for Binance Coin. I'm probably getting ripped to pieces on these fees. Okay, so now I have $47 worth of Binance Coin. Let's transfer it over to Binance US. Although I believe I've done that before. And if we look at my Binance US address for BNB, it's the same, right? Let's look at it. So there's my Binance US BNB blah, 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 22X7GLC0. There it is, 22X7GLC0. And there's a tag there, 100,327,254. So my Binance US deposit address for BNB has not changed. And they'll let me do that. Using the BNB BEP2 network, which is kind of weird. Okay, let's see if that happens. Are they going to let me withdraw this? Probably not. No, because it's not $100. Yeah, you have to. Here we hit I knew there was $100 something around. Yeah, they're not going to let me make a withdrawal less than $100. They used to, but not anymore. But I could, if I had $100 worth of BNB, I could very easily withdraw it directly to my Binance US account and then swap that for Fetch and then move that into my Fetch wallet. I don't know. Fetch AI is power peer-to-peer applications with automation and AI capabilities with or without direct access to blockchain. Sorry for the delay. I received my Flare tokens on my Ledger Nano. Well, that's good news. Hey, Rex. Is it okay to send US dollar coin from ETH network to a US dollar coin Polygon address and vice versa? It won't automatically convert. Yeah. So, but if you look at Coinbase, right? Let's say you have US dollar coin on Coinbase, and I don't think I can do this. Yeah, because, let's check over here. that Sol should be there now. I just wanted to follow up on a lot of time. Oh, it went in. It went into my trading account. Okay. So remember the $40 worth of Sol that we transferred over? And now it's in my KuCoin account, right? It was pretty quick. I should have checked that quicker. So what we could do here, let's do this. Mike, top 3 AI coins I should look into long term. I'm not the guy for coin advice. I just give like tech support advice. But I will show you quickly. Let me finish what I'm doing here. Let's do Sol. I'm going to do Sol for Tether. It's not that much. And then we'll do Fetch. Oh, doggone it. I could have sworn you could buy FET with... Okay. Yeah, I'm going to end up with like $30 worth, right? Okay. All right, so, okay. Buy Bitcoin for Tether. Okay, now we can do FET this time for BTC. Okay, 100%. Okay, now we got some FET, right? Pretty close to $40 worth. We'll transfer this over into the main account so we can make our withdrawal. Top 3 AI coins. I really don't know what is going to happen long term, but I did do a video on 3 AI coins that were mentioned in an article. Like I said, this is really not my advice, but I used this article as kind of a template to do this video on how you would go about getting these coins. So here it is. Oh, right here. No? Oh, here. So I did this video, how to buy Fetch, Singularity, and Liquid something intelligence. What was it called? Artificial liquid intelligence, right? I don't know if these 3 coins are the best AI coins to buy. I don't know if they're going to be around long term, but I did do a video on how you would go about getting them and storing them in your own wallet. So that's about the best answer I can give you, Mike. And like I said, these coin recommendations were not my coin recommendations. I saw these coins being talked about in this article on CoinDesk. So they talked about these 3 coins right here. So I just said, oh, okay, I'll do a video on how you buy these coins. So like I said, I'm not the person to come to for investing advice. Okay, so, but someone was asking me about moving US dollar coin from the ETH network to a US dollar coin Polygon address and vice versa. So what I was trying to tell you about that is if you buy US dollar coin, which I don't have any, and so I can't really show you this because it needs an address and it needs some coins in there. Like, that's not going to work. But the next screen will give me the option of switching networks. And so you could withdraw directly from Coinbase into a Polygon-based wallet as long as you make sure that you switch networks in Coinbase. You can do the same thing in Binance US. if you have some US dollar coin and you want to withdraw it, see, you can switch to the Polygon network when you make your withdrawal. And then, yes, then you could put it into a Polygon-based wallet. But don't try to move it from your like Ethereum wallet over to your Polygon wallet. It won't work that way. It won't like auto-convert. There are bridges, but the bridges are expensive. So there is a Polygon bridge. The Polygon bridge will convert between Ethereum to Polygon, but it's going to cost you Ethereum fees, so it's not very economical. It's better to do the exchange method, right? Buy it on the exchange, withdraw it, but just make sure you put the right network in here. And when you do this, make sure you do a small test first, so you don't like screw it up. Or if you do accidentally screw it up, it's only $20 and not $5,000. Let's see. I'm trying to send my XRP out of my Lobster to my Ledger Plus, and Lobster doesn't like my QR code or the address. And be new to this, I'm scared to email it, LOL. Well, you don't want to email it. Well, you can email a public address. That's not going to hurt anything. But Lobster wallet, I believe, is a Stellar-based wallet. So if you bought XRP in Lobster, it's in XML format. Or, I mean, it's in, like, let me see if I can explain this. Let's open up my... So what you're dealing with here, whoops, sorry, is it's not true XRP. So like I haven't used Lobster wallet in a long time. Come on, Rex, what are you doing? Okay, here. But I believe Lobster wallet is a Stellar-based wallet. Whoops. Sorry. So when you buy in Lobster, you're buying Stellar-based assets. And I believe that you can trade for... I thought you could trade over here. Oh, exchange, right? Is that what I'm trying to do? Okay. So, yeah. See, you can buy XRP in Stellar, but this is like Stellar pegged XRP. It's not native XRP. So that's probably why the Lobster wallet doesn't like your XRP address, right? It's expecting a Stellar-based address, right? So you should probably just swap your XRP for Stellar in your Lobster wallet and then send that Stellar to an exchange. And then you can swap it for real XRP and put it in your Ledger wallet as native XRP. I know that's a bit complicated, but I'm pretty sure that's why your Lobster wallet won't accept your XRP address. Mm-hmm. Mike. Okay, I talked to Mike. Thank you again, Mike. Oh, Scott Lee's here. Yay, Scott. Hello, Scott. SwiftX Exchange. Oh, yeah. Oh, SwiftX Exchange. Thanks, Rex. I managed to get my coins off before the big drop. Now I can get my KDA off. It seems like there's a glitch in their system. I had someone send me an email and he was using buyingwallet.com. And he said that he was trying to withdraw his assets, and they were telling him that because of money laundering laws that he couldn't withdraw his assets, and that he needed to send them 15K. And I don't know, he had more than that in there. And I was like, dude, this thing is like a huge scam. Any kind of AI trading bot, I have never seen a legitimate one. I could be wrong, but just about any website that tells you that they're gonna trade for you and make you the best, based on their AI algorithms, make you all this money trading, just sit back, relax, let us trade for you. It's all scams, man. They want you to deposit your money with them, and then when you go to withdraw it, they won't give it to you because they're scams. Anyway, yeah, I don't know about Swiftix. I don't know what that is. So, yeah, I mean, if you can, if you are looking for a coin that you can only get on like a kind of a lower tier exchange that's not based in the US or whatever, and you can't connect your bank, and you have to use a VPN or what do you got to do to get in this exchange? I'm not saying you don't, that's not, I've done it. It's not like I'm not saying don't ever do that, but sometimes it's a little bit difficult to get your assets off these. So what I usually do is I'll do a test, right? It's like, okay, I want to buy such and such coin, right? So I'll drop maybe $50 worth of Bitcoin onto one of these and do the swap and see if I can get my hands on whatever this coin is that I'm looking for, that they have and I can't, and Coinbase doesn't have, right? And so then I make my trade, and then I attempt to withdraw the coin that I was after to whatever wallet I figured out I could use with that coin, right? And if that works, then I'm like, okay, now I'll send $1,000 worth of Bitcoin to this exchange, do my swap to that mystery coin, and then I'll withdraw that mystery coin in my wallet because I've already tested it to make sure I can withdraw the coin. So don't fall into the trap of like, oh, okay, I can buy this coin on this exchange, even though I've never heard of it. I can get the coin there, right? There's a lot of coins like that. Like, I mean, even whoops. What was that? Oh, Fetch. Like, well, Fetch is a bad example. Let's do that. Artificial liquid intelligence, right? So let's say I want to buy this, and I'm not very savvy. I don't know really how to use QuickSwap or Uniswap, right? I don't know how to do MetaMask, whatever. But I can see, well, look, BitGet, I can get it on BitGet, or I can buy it on CoinEx. Actually, you can buy it on Gemini, so I'd stick with that. Crypto.com, something big. But let's just say, for example, that you can only get it on Hotbit, which is kind of a rinky-dink exchange. But just test small amounts to see if it works. Like, okay, drop $50 of Tether in there. Open an account with your email and your password or whatever. Drop a little Tether in there, make your swap, and see if you can make your withdrawal. Once you've gone through the entire process, you're confident that it's a reliable exchange. Your Tether, got there, you were able to trade with it, and then you were able to withdraw your asset, and you're like, okay, it's working. Then you can go for a larger amount. Oh, okay. So Swiftix had a good interface. I mean, it looks fine to me. I don't know. Interesting. I've never even heard of it. Well, we'll drop it in here and see. Play with it a little later. Can I use Yori wallet and swap my Cardano for AGIX token? Yes, I think. That would depend because it depends on which Cardano-based DEX you're going to use. So Dan turned me on to Miniswap. And I'm not sure if Miniswap is compatible with Yori. I don't think I have Yori installed right. Oh, well, yeah, I do. Okay. All right, that's actually my ledger-based Yori wallet. This thing is connected to Eternal, but let's see. Well, are they compatible with Yori? Oh my gosh, it doesn't look like it. Although it does look like you could connect your ledger directly. That's kind of cool. But I don't see Yori on here. But if you're using Yori with your ledger device, like when you go into Yori, if you're connecting your ledger, which is what I was doing, right? This is my ledger-based account, right? I'm using my ledger. I could take this device, right? And I could go over to the Cardano app, if I can find it. Okay, there it is. Click both buttons. Let's see. So, okay, that's my Yori wallet, right? It's got a balance of 1290 ADA, right? Let's go over to Miniswap. Let's use their ledger thing. Let's try it, see what happens. Okay, so we're going to connect. Probably going to ask me to do an export. Okay. It's kind of weird. Oh, this is their bags. Okay, so, okay, there it is, 1281, right? It's the same balance, minus the rewards, right? So they're seeing the balance without the rewards. And then I could trade, right? There's my ADA balance. Here's AGIX, right? We could trade 10 ADA for $4 worth of AGIX, right? So if you're using Yori with your ledger device, it looks like you could just directly connect your ledger to Miniswap and do the trade that way. Then you'll have AGIX. Let's see what happens. Oh, also, okay, so it said it was successful. It might take a few minutes. But if we go to my Yori wallet, and where do you look at tokens? I got to be here somewhere. Assets? There. See? The AGIX showed up in my Yori wallet. Although that, I don't think that's the updated balance, right? I need the updated balance. Whoops. Oh, well, maybe that is it. Let me just check real quick. I want to look at my current balance of AGIX and see if that's... Because I wasn't paying attention when we did that. 1590. Okay, there should be more. There should be a little more should come in a sec. Because of that trade I just did. Okay, it's probably going to take it a minute or two. Yeah, see, the order's still pending. Yeah, so it'll be a couple minutes. But that will show up in my Yori wallet, right? Yori is just an interface. So, but if you're using a standalone Yori wallet, probably not. Like if you like have a backup phrase that you wrote down, and when you created the Yori wallet, then I think you'd have to move it to a different wallet. Like maybe Eternal would be a good choice. Eternal's a decent ADA wallet, and it's compatible with a bunch of different sites. Actually, let's look in here. Yeah, see now the AGIX, it shows up in Eternal already. Let's refresh this and see what happens. That's still not showing up in this wallet, but it shows up here. So it's there. I know it's there. Not worried about it. Two different interfaces to the same exact, I guess you call it the wallet, right? The wallet is, in essence, the private key and a public key. Private key is on the device. The public key can get exported to interface with like web-based wallets. But you're not storing your ADA or your AGIX on these websites, right? These websites are just showing you your balances on the blockchain. Come on, Yori, show me my balance already. There, see? There it is. See ya, Scott. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, I think Randy and I were talking at our meeting last week about getting confused with too many wallets, right? He was like, I don't want to use any third-party wallets. I just want to use Ledger Live because I'll get confused. And I told him, well, if you use third-party wallets and you always, you insist on a wallet that you can connect your Ledger to, then even if you forget, you'll always be able to find it because it's on your Ledger in that sense, right? The private key is stored on the Ledger. So if you always use third-party wallets that you can use with your Ledger, then you'll never lose the crypto. You may forget you put it there or where it is or whatever, but it'll always be there once you come around and remember that you, oh yeah, I put it in the Eternal wallet using my Ledger device. Oh, I used the Fetch AI wallet, but I didn't use a standalone wallet. I used my Ledger, so I'll always be able to get back to it. Oh yeah, Miniswap. That'd probably be a good token to have. Didn't buy any myself either. I've just been using the... Well, you know, I went all in on Sunday Swap, thinking Sunday Swap was going to make me rich. It didn't. Right? Sunday Swap was that real crappy... Cardano DEX that didn't work right. All right. I bought a bunch of, I think I bought $1,000 worth of Sunday Swap. It's worth like $20 now. Go, you know, it's always a gamble when you do this stuff. I could have sworn that was going to be the one that was going to really make us rich. Okay, G-Man No Name, we'll see you. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. You have to select the correct XRP trust line on Lobster, then you can move to Ledger. Oh, okay. It will convert if you set up a trust line. Okay. I'd forgot about trust lines. I hadn't used Stellar in so long. That's a good point. I think you're right. I think that if you set up the trust line, you can send it out to another address, I guess. Lobster, yeah, you're trying to scan an XRP address. Oh, I see. So if you have an XRP trust line set up, then it will allow you to use an XRP address trust wallet. Okay, that makes sense. I think I've got some... Whoops. What the hell? I'm not going to do that. Whatever. Oh, I think it was trying to... I don't know what it was trying to do. Yeah, I think I've set up this trust. I think these are my trust lines. Or no. Oh, account. All right, it's over here. These are just balances. You can see I've been grabbing airdrops. They just never stop, and they're never really worth anything. No, there. Okay. Yeah, I think, yeah, you would need to. Huh. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, I forgot about those trust lines. Yeah. Thanks for mentioning that. Does Coinbase wallet to Solflare take a long time to transfer? My phone has been loading the transactions for like 15 minutes. Yeah, I'd give it a little longer than 15 minutes before, you call the president or anything. Coinbase wallet to Solflare. Does Coinbase wallet support Sol? I'm not a huge fan of Coinbase wallet. One of the problems I have with it is they represent themselves as being Coinbase, and people get confused. It's a separate wallet. I guess I don't have it anymore. Didn't I have it? Coinbase wallet? Thought I had it. I guess I don't. I think I had it and then I deleted it because I just don't like it very well. Yeah. I think I had it on my phone. It's not really a download for Chrome. You're adding an extension. It's like you're not downloading anything. Okay. Hello. What's going on here? Did my browser just crash on me? Okay, let's try this again. Okay, there we go. Ooh, okay. I already have a wallet. I want to use my ledger, and I need my Ethereum. I need to be in the Ethereum app to do this. Connect now. Let's turn this back on. Okay, so there's like some Ethereum addresses. No. Oh, on my ledger. Okay, I got to sign it on the ledger. Okay. Okay, my wallet is ready. Okay, good. So how are you oh. Jesus Christ. Okay. So you're saying that they support Solana? You're trying to send Solana? Oh, okay. Well, they support Polygon. Okay. They support BNB. I don't see my Solana. What's that? BINANCE. Okay. I didn't know it supported Solana. And Solflare is a Solana-based wallet. Don't call the president. Isn't that, that's my, how many people here have ever seen Big Trouble in Little China with Kurt Russell? Isn't that the greatest line in movie history when they were going to go storm that warehouse? And he goes, "You people sit tight, hold down the fort, and keep the home fires burning. And if we're not back by dawn, call the president." I love that movie. Well, apparently Coinbase Wallet still exists if you want to use it, and you can connect it to your ledger. I just didn't know it supported Solana tokens. I don't see... I mean, because there is some Solana, but not in my... These are all EVM chains, as far as I can see. I didn't know that it supported Solana tokens. Assets. Okay. Ooh. Huh. Okay. What did you transfer from Coinbase Wallet to Solflare? Oh, from your phone? Okay, yeah, I haven't used Coinbase Wallet on my phone in ages, but I do have it. Can you store Solana in this thing? Okay, add assets. Okay. Yeah, I don't see Solana. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Starting today, Coinbase Wallet extension users can store, send, and receive Solana and all of its SPL tokens alongside all of their EVM compatible assets, including tokens held on Ethereum. Okay, fair enough, but I just can't figure out how to get it to appear here. I don't see it on the, but you said that was for the extension. I love that movie. So yeah, I guess if that's what you had in the wallet, if you had Solana, it should transfer. Okay, yeah. No, I still don't see it. Huh. Said starting today. Okay. Huh. That's really weird. I have 3 offers? Ooh. Yeah, I'll bet I do. Huh. Okay. I wouldn't have any Solana in this because my Solana is like on a different chain. But I can't figure out how to get Solana in here. Oh, okay. Here. Create a watch list. Huh. Okay. I'll have to look around. I'm just fumbling around. I don't know how to get Solana on there. But if you had Solana in this wallet and then you transferred it to your Solflare wallet, which I have over here. Yeah, and you have a Solana address, and then you're over here in Coinbase wallet. Is it here? And what did I just do? Did I not connect? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I don't have any in the wallet, so it's not going to show up. Okay. Ooh, I have Ali in there. Oh, that's on Polygon. Wow, Coinbase Wallet sees Polygon. Well, more power to it. Will it let me deposit Solana? I don't know. Maybe there's something I need to do, or it hasn't rolled out to me yet. I need a Solana address. You have only ETH address. Yeah. Yeah, I just can't figure out how to add a Solana address. Usually, like, there's a toggle, like in Trust Wallet. Like in Trust Wallet, if you want to add a coin, like say, okay, I'm in Trust Wallet, I want to add another coin. There's this whole thing here where I can go like toggle a coin on or off if I want to add a particular asset to the wallet. But I can't figure out how to do that here. I'm like, how do I toggle Solana on? Right? How do I add Solana to this? Is it in here? Yeah, I don't see it. I can't figure out how to like add a Solana asset to this. It says add, buy, swap, bridge. Yeah, nah, that's something else. Sorry, I can't figure it out. You'd think I would know how to figure out how to do this if it was straightforward. Community? Yeah, I can't figure it out. Somebody help me. Oh, networks. Okay, there we go. Maybe that's what I need. Well, I don't see Solana. No, I don't see Solana. I see all the other EVM networks. Okay. Wait. Okay, add. Custom. Well. CD, there is an easier way to retrieve your authenticator code when you lose your iPhone and you had no backup codes other than what you showed a year ago? Question mark. Thanks for all you do. If you lose your phone and you don't have a backup, it depends on how many codes you have and what they're for. It has nothing to do with Google code. You're done with Google. Once you lose your phone with no backup, you're at the mercy of every service that you're using. So, for example, what's going on here? Okay. So I have all these codes for different services. I got a crypto.com two-factor. I've got Coinbase two-factor. I've got Binance.com two-factor, right? I've got Bittrex two-factor. If I lose my phone and I have no backup for my Google Authenticator, then I have to go to each one of these individually and disable two-factor authentication. And each one of these services has their own process for regaining access to your account. So it depends on what you're trying to do. If you're looking at a video I did 2 years ago on Google, retrieving your Google codes, it might be slightly different, but it's pretty much going to be as difficult. They don't make it easy. If it was easy, then what good would Google Authenticator be if it was easy to bypass, right? The whole idea of Google Authenticator is your phone is your key. And when you lose your key, like let's say you lose your car key and there's no way to get a new one made, then what? That's basically what you're facing, right? You can go to the dealer and prove that you own the car and show him the VIN, and he might be able to cut you a new key, but you got to show him your ID, you got to, confirm you own the car and all that. There's no shortcut. Same with Google codes, right? You lose your keys, you got to go to your Coinbase account, you got to try to sign in, and when you go to sign in and you don't have your key, right? Sign in, password. You don't have that code, then you have to try another way, right? And usually you're going to have to do all this stuff, and then eventually you're going to have to show them your ID. It's not easy. How do you back up Google Authenticator? Really simple. See those 3 dots up there at the top? Why is this thing here? What's it doing? See those 3 dots? It says export. Export. And after you hit export, it's going to show you a QR code. And then you scan it with another device. All right. And now the other device has your Google code on there. You could also do a screen cap. If you've got like a phone sharing app like I do. So I could look at that QR code and then do a Windows screenshot. But most people don't have like their phone and their computer like that. So generally you would export to an old device. I did a video on that new way. Oops. How to move Google Authenticator to a new phone. I'm pretty sure that's the one.
Hey guys.
Right. Right. You got to have the old one. See, there's the export. It exports. Right. And then you scan it with the other device and it pulls in all the codes. So now you've got the device, but this doesn't help you if you've lost your phone. You have to do this before you lose your phone. Then you have a backup. What am I doing over here? Just jibber jabbering. It's like, it's getting hung up on here. I hope I'm not, yeah. So eventually you'll have all of the codes from your from your Google on your new device. And then you can remove them on your old phone. Or you can hang on to the old phone and use that as your backup in case you lose your new phone. Or you could use Xmirage and screen cap your QR codes and put them on a flash drive so that you can rescan them with a new phone if you lose your phone. Yeah, but those 3 dots there, that'll export your Google. It gives you a QR code, but I can't show it to you, or you could scan it and get my Google codes. A lot of stuff I can't do live, unfortunately. You'll notice I blurred it out on this video. This video is really tedious to make because after I recorded it, I had to go through and blur out all the QR codes. Very tedious. Good, you had a backup. Yay. Inserted a SIM card into my smartphone and then Android erased all my Google Authenticator codes. Those bastards. Yeah. Yeah, I guess like you wiped all the apps off the old phone. And if you buy a new phone and then you migrate all of your apps over to the new phone, a lot of people think, oh, I'm done. And then they turn in the old phone. And then when they open Google Authenticator, it's empty, right? You need to make sure you do that export before you turn in your old phone. I think I did that. Oops. I think I demoed that in this one. Oh my God. Yeah. Make sure you transfer your Google codes to your new phone before you turn in your old phone. So, yeah. Yes, Google Authenticator. CD, is there any way to retrieve your authenticator when you lose your iPhone? Had no backup. Wow, I used the desktop extension and it sent instantly. I don't think I'm going to use my phone anymore. Okay. What desktop extension? Apparently the desktop extension didn't have 2-factor on there. Seems like. Okay. Well, we got through the entire live stream without any disconnect reconnect issues. And I assure you, I did nothing different than what I did last night. So nothing's changed on my computer or my OBS settings or anything else. It was obviously a network issue because it's not happening now. And I pray to God it doesn't happen again. Anyway, thanks, guys, for coming in on a Sunday. I appreciate it. And next week, it will be back to Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Saturday. Join me again for the live stream from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. Hope to see you there. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me and hope to see you again soon. Thank you, Kenneth. Bitcoin's dropping. No. It's Sunday night and they're trading in Asia already. So yeah, Bitcoin's probably dropping. 24.2. Okay. It's not all as